Hello friends, welcome to Rajesh Data Engineering. In this video, I have come up with one of the interesting use case. This is very simple, basic, but still very important and commonly used requirement. Processing CSV file is one of the widely used scenario in Spark and Databricks development. While reading CSV file using Spark Reader, in certain scenarios, we need to skip first few records because CSV data is generated through various source systems or it is converted from Excel sheet. While generating those data in the CSV file, in certain scenarios, junk records are getting inserted in the first few records of the CSV file. As a result, if you're going to read the entire data, it is going to have corrupted data within the data frame. So in order to avoid that, we need to skip the first few records which are not creating any value. So I'm going to explain in this video how to skip first few records while reading CSV file in Spark or Databricks development. Let's get started with the demo. I have logged into my Databricks environment. My cluster is also up and running. And in the first step, I have to upload the sample CSV file into the Databricks file system. I have already uploaded the file under file store tables. The file name is babynamesid.csv. Before getting into the solution, let us understand the data within the CSV file. So let me execute the file system command hit so that it will display the data for our reference. Let me execute this step. Execution is done. Here we can see we are having few columns starting from ID, year, first name, county, gender and count. So the first column ID, which is having unique number for all the records. In this CSV file, I'm having 250 records. So we can see the data of 250 records. So now let's say in this requirement, I have to skip first 4 records. So how we can do? This is one of the CSV file. I have to create a data frame out of that. And while creating the data frame, I should not consider first 4 records. I need to skip first 4 records. How we can achieve? So let's get into the solution. Before getting into the skipping part, let me create the data frame by reading the complete data and let us see the data, and also we can make a note of data count, the record count in the original data frame. So I'm going to use Spark reader command, spark.read format CSV. I have already posted one video how to read CSV file. I'm giving that information in the I button. In case you want to watch, you can watch. In that video, I have explained different approaches or different options to read CSV file. Right. Coming to this solution, first I am creating data frame using Spark Reader. I am giving format CSV and also I am specifying few options. Finally, I am giving the location. Then it is going to display the data and also it is going to print the number of records using count function. So let me execute this step. Execution is completed. Now here we can see now the data frame is created with the columns and it is having 250 records. So here we can see the count, that is 250. Now as per my requirement, I have to skip first 4 records. So I should get only 246 records. So for that, it's going to be very simple. We have to consider one option, that is nothing but skip rows. So this is the key for this requirement. So we have to add the option skip rows and we have to give integer number. This is accepting only numerical value. So we cannot specify any range or any string. It should be only integer number. Right. It's the same data frame creation script which I used in the previous step. But here I'm adding one option extra, that is skip rows. I'm giving 4, which means it is going to skip the first 4 rows. So in this solution, we don't have any option of specifying any range. So simply we have to give one number. So it is going to skip those many records from the starting of the CSV file. Right. So let me execute. The execution is completed. Here we can see the ID that is starting from 5. So the first 4 records, it got skipped. So here we can see the total number of records, it's 246. It's not 250. So in this way, we have skipped first 4 rows and we have received only 246 rows. So this is one of the simple requirement. The key to the solution of this use case is we have to use the option skip rows, and it is accepting integer value. We cannot specify any range. Right. This is the simple solution. I hope you understood. And to the continuation of this, I want to give one simple exercise to you. That is how to skip specific ranges of the record in middle of the CSV file. Let's say in the same CSV file, I'm having 250 records. I have to skip the records starting from 11 to 20. So this is the requirement. We don't have any straightforward approach here because we don't have any option. We have only option skip rows, and it can accept only integer. And it is going to skip the first few records based on that input parameter. That is the only option we have in Spark development. But here our requirement is we have to skip certain records in the middle of the CSV file. How we can achieve? So we don't have any direct solution, but using some workaround, we can achieve the solution. So I want you to create the solution for that and put it in the comment box. In case you could not find the solution, then you can watch my next video. In my next video, I'm going to create one utility function using which I will achieve this output. I will skip certain ranges in the middle of the CSV file. Hope you understood and enjoyed this video. If you like the content of this video, please like and comment in the channel. Please subscribe this channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button. Thank you.